It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright.
Nag-work muna si Jun sa architect Ingracio Mariano sa Makati, and he was assigned sa ADB dito sa sa site.
He was hired as one of the chosen architects now to be involved with SOM.
And as you know, at that time, there was a foreign architect who did the conceptualization of the project, which was SOM. So Architect Mariano has to assign somebody to the office of SOM, and he happened to choose me. No? So when I was assigned there, and that was way back in 1982, all the way up to 86, they started hiring other architects. And that's where Ronnie came in.
And then, yung kilala ko ngayon, tinawagan niya ako if I'm interested. Kaya nga, numalaman ko, it's SOM. Wow, maski magkano pang ibibigay sa akin yan, tatanggapin ko yan. Hamukha ni Pete. Ako naman at tumawag sa kanya, parang ganoon.
Tapos sumunod si Ronnie, tapos kinuha naman ako ni Ronnie.
So I first met Ronnie there in the site office of SOM. And then after that, SOM needed more architects. So Ronnie recommended his best friend, I hope up to now, Pete. No? So Pete was introduced also to the firm, and so I met Pete.
Kami ni Ronnie, magkaklase during college, from first year to fifth year. Magkaklase kami. Si June is younger than us kasi 8 years younger si June. Pero lahat kami graduate na graduate from UST. Kaming dalawa ni Ronnie ang sabay. That was 1974. Trabaho kasi ko sa Saudi Arabia ng almost 5 years. And when I came back December 1985, so hindi muna ako nag-work. I think it was 1986 when Ronnie called me up. Sabi niya, baka gusto mo magtrabaho din sa ADB kasi nandun na siya. Nagtatrabaho na siya sa ADB. Sabi ko, okay lang dahil wala naman akong trabaho ngayon. Di pinuntahan ko siya. Doon na nag-start. Si June doon na nagtatrabaho na si June tsaka si Ronnie. Doon kami nagkakilala.
Siguro nagbabayad ako sa kanya ng utang na loob. In a way kasi nung mag-graduate kami, ang unang job ko nanggaling sa kanya eh. Tinawagan niya ako kung may trabaho ako, gali ka. Pasok ka rito. Parang gano'n. So, unang trabaho ko, magkasama kami. At siya nagpasok sa akin. Parang gano'n.
And I happen to know also one of the architects in SOM there, and who happens to be my classmate also in college. So we were all there together. I always have that desire to create and to be creative in ways that I'd like to draw. But let me tell you a story. After graduating high school, I never really intended to get into architecture. I actually filled up an application form to enter the Philippine Military Academy, the PMA. Told my father about it, what he said was, if you do this and you graduate PMA, right after, they'll send you to Mindanao. And probably a month after, they'll send me your body in a box. Is that what you want? So probably, he talked me out of it, and here I am.
Well, I know I can draw. I'm left-handed, and my mind, yung aking isipan para dinidictate yung gagawin ng aking lab. It's a little gift that I have, and I apply it in architecture. Kasi ang architecture, if, in my own opinion, is engineering with a touch of art. Nag-enjoy ako. Nakikita ko yung mga natapos namin, parang gano'n. Well, it stays for a lifetime. And you will be remembered or something.
Ang talagang designer, si Ronnie at saka si June. Ako, more on the technical side ako eh. Kumbaga doon sa akin, yung working drawings, then sa mga detailing. Sila yun talaga more on the designing side. Kaya hindi ko gaanong forte yun. Kasi kami, may kanya-kanya kaming yung parang, kumbaga, yun ang, dito ka, ito yung gagawin mo, ikaw dito, ako dito. Kaya hindi ako nakikiyan sa kanila. Sometimes, I give some suggestions, pero not 100%. Not the two of them na talagang sila yung nag-coordinate. Nagsimula kami kasi talagang sabi namin, kaya natin to. Siyempre, simula ka pa lang, hindi ka pa kilala, paano ka makakakuha ng project?
Actually, it's always a challenge for anybody to put up their office. It's more challenging probably in the field of architecture. You've got to have that portfolio of projects, past and current. And for us, starting as a group, we really did not have that.
Yung aming company is getting a big project. It's a, parang mahirap makipag-compete sa talagang malalaki na eh.
And we wanted to make an impact right away. And I think we really did that because there was a time that there were lots of controversies floating around with us being in the industry. So
we were quite very lucky to be involved with SOM during that time. That was 1988. Hiner kami sa local help ng SOM. SOM is a very reputable company in the US, and pag na-involve ka, magandang stepping stones to, parang gano'n.
So we went for it. Another factor is none of us came from affluent families. So none of us have that influence and connection to give you a head start in the industry.
We were trusted to be considered as the architect of this project. And then, ando nagsimula yun, parang gano'n. Kine-question ka pa, wow, paano nakakakuha ito? Parang hindi pa naman kilala itong mga to.
We did hurdle all these obstacles. There were cases filed against us. And I think that's it, no? It's our drive to succeed. And probably also is the unique business setup we had at that time.
And well, struggle-wise, kumbaga parang we have to make use of our expertise, and dinodouble namin ang aming effort.
It's really a downfall in the real estate industry. It was the Asian crisis, no? Nobody saw it coming. It started in the last quarter of '97, and it probably is stretched over all the way up to late 2004. So that was close to 7 or 8 years of struggle.
It's a worldwide crisis. So parang everybody is affected. Kamukha nung itong pandemic, di ba? Everybody is affected. So nung early years.
Hindi namin expected na mangyayari yung Asian crisis na yun. Ang pinakatinamaan nun talaga, yung construction business kasi yun yung mga yun ang marami nun. Talagang maraming nagpapagawa. Biglang natigil. Isa kami sa mga tinamaan nun. Yun talagang walang project, walang mga koleksyon. Siyempre, financial mo baksak. So we have to do something.
We came to a point na we ask our employees that if they have other jobs, you can do it here. Or you may resign or go abroad, something like that.
We started with 130 plus people at the time, and we were probably doing 20 plus projects all at the same time. But because of the crisis that everybody was experiencing, come 2000 or 2002, from 130 plus people, we were down to 18. So you can just imagine the stress and the emotions that we went through, especially for me, because I was the one talking to each and every one, that the people that I have to lay off during that time. It came to a time also that I was already inventing some projects, of course not to the knowledge of my staff, just for them to work on something and hope for something as well.
Ang one good thing na napansin ko sa amin, kumbaga parang hindi nawala yung pagtutulungan, alam mo, parang we have to stay. And we are very grateful na we did not close office. Parang ganon. It's a really, we want PRSP to survive. During one of the crises, we were saved by a religious community, and it's the only project that we did.
Yeah, it was Ambel Mansions. It was for the group of El Shaddai. It was for the group of Brother Mike. Probably it's very significant for Ronnie because it was just one of the two projects that we were doing during the Asian crisis. So just imagine, for almost 7 years, we were only doing two live projects at that time. And Ambel was one of them.
It really helped us. And he's there.
Ang maganda, yung ibang umalis, bumalik din. Nung gumanda na, sabi nila, baka pwede kaming magtrabaho uli. Tinanggap namin.
Well, marami kami pinanggalingan. When we started, we are just renting a small house.
The house that you probably know is the 59 in Paseo de Rojas. It's actually a residence that we converted into an office. We did move out and we went to China Bank.
Wala kaming enclosed area kasi pag nag-spray ka, sumasabog yung at saka it's a mess kung alam mo yung mga ginagawa nito nag-render, mga taping, maraming papel, ganun. Airbrush ginagamit ko noon eh. I work in the corridor. So, hindi ko makalimutan yan.
We have to relocate again within the same village, outside the village, and we went to Ateneum building. That's where we stayed for the longest period. No? Because that's where we grew 230 plus.
Yun, 2 floors kami noon, 9th floor tsaka 10th floor. Ang ginagawa ng mga tao, talaga ang pasok namin from Monday to Sunday. Yung mga tao, they'll just go home to get some clothes for parang i-repress na babalik na naman.
We have to quickly move out and look for an office, and we relocated to World Center. World Center was quite tricky because of the limited time that we need to move out.
Yung office na yon, dalawang ano yan, dalawang unit yan. Eh, siyempre, yung isang unit, yun muna inayos namin. Ang aming mga table pa noon, parang makeshift lang yung hindi talaga table. Naayos namin tong kalahati. Eh tapos mayroon nga mga nag-a-apply. Eh hindi nagkakasya dahil malit lang yun eh. Eh ngayon, yung partition ng dalawang office na yun, ano yun, plastic lang.
And the reason we are here now is because during the time of the pandemic, hindi pa man nagwa-worsen, may mga nag-resign na kasi because of our proximity to Medical City.
From RBC Ortigas, pandemic came. We started working from home for almost 3 years.
Nitiyawan namin itong office, and a good client of us offered this area.
After 3 years in RBC Ortigas, we decided to move here, our new home, in One Proscenium, which happens to be our project also for Rockwell Land, and here we are.
Pinuntahan kami nung isang tao ng Rockwell sa opisina. Sabi nga yan pwede ba kayo makapag-meeting sa presidente ng Rockwell, si Mr. Tong Padilla.
That was 2004, because it was probably our biggest break in terms of getting known in the industry, because that's for Rockwell Land, and you know Rockwell Land is one of the premier developers in the country. But there was a challenge posed to us by the president of Rockwell, Tong Padilla.
I do have a lot of architects here. Ano ipapakita mong medyo exciting or something na yung something new?
Who asked us, I want to introduce the newest brand of the loft unit here in the industry, because what we showed the public or the market was the old model of the loft unit. Show me the latest model of the loft unit.
After that meeting, I would remember na we had a coffee immediately at Starbucks in this area actually. Nag-usap kami.
And we started sketching. We did not have any materials there for drawing. So we grabbed our pens, our ball pens at the time. We grabbed the Starbucks napkin and we started doodling.
Si Ronnie at si June, nag-sketch sa tissue paper. Yun. Tapos nag-isip-isip na ganyan at doon lumabas yung silo.
And we came up with this idea of a unique design of the loft, which we eventually called the Z-loft.
Normal na residential condominium, ang makikita mo lang kung nandito ka sa left, yung left side lang. Yung kung nasa right ka, right side lang kasi may corridor yon. This Z-loft is letter Z. Ganyan yan. Pwede mong makita yung kaliwa, pwede mo rin makita yung kanan.
Iba kasi yung parang if you own the whole area, makikita mo lahat yan eh. Pero kung small unit ka, hindi mo makikita yung magkabilang side. And we did that. He likes it so much na noong i-present namin, tinawag niya agad ang salespeople niya. You look at this is different.
When he jumped up from his chair and asked somebody from his office to call the entire sales team and listen to the newest product of Rockwell, which is the Z-Loft.
Actually, we started with that on this community of Rockwell, and hindi na kami pinalitan. We're happy to i-relay na parang wow, bihirang-bihira nakakaulit ka sa isang big developer.
Yun ang the best na ginawa namin kasi kami nagsimula nun.
if of these architects could deliver in 2 months, we could deliver in 1 month. Parang gano'n. And we only do not deliver a single scheme. Maraming scheme yan, parang gano'n. I think it's one plus factor if you're talking with us as an architect. It's earlier than at least a day or two. It counts a lot. Actually, I would say one of the factors is discipline. Kasi parang pagka-disiplinado ka, parang you can attain what you are trying to get.
I think it's the perfect mix that we had. All of us, I mean, Pete, Ronin, myself, we all have our strengths, we all had our weaknesses, and we all have our issues, no? Personal issues, no? So we managed to work around that. We learned to accept each other. We learned to accept all the faults that any of us are showing at the time, and that made us stronger. And I can proudly say that we are the only partnership firm that's still around at this time, and we are probably the only partnership firm that's still around for 35 years. None of the partnership firms, at least in the field of architecture, have stayed this long. I don't know how we did it, but we're still here.
Ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, kailangan pag-aralan yung maigi yung ginagawa nyo. Nakafocus kayo. Siyempre, yung passion nyo nandiyan dyan, saka yung puso. Kung mga naggagawa lang kayo nang wala sa puso, ano lang yan. Kumbaga, hindi, may mali. Eh kung may passion ka, tapos talagang dedicated ka, nakatuto ka sa ginagawa mo, yun, tama yung magagawa mo.
Yeah, we are very, very, very grateful for this. Although, personally ako, I did not dream of this. Baga parang during that time when we started, parang it's love of family. Baga parang you have to feed them, you have to work. Parang ganoon. So just a continuous work lang parang ganoon. And then, siyempre pagka may dumarating na ibang project, mag-hire ka ng hire. Hindi na nga namin na parang ako personally, hindi ko napansin na parang nag-i-improve, parang nag-grow na kami in terms of population. And well, it came to a time na parang naging social responsibility namin itong mga ito. Kasi we have to find job. Otherwise, ala sila makakain yung kanilang pamilya. Kumbaga parang yan, kabit-kabit, parang gano'n. It's difficult, but it's very fulfilling. There's still a lot to learn. Parang it's not always the end of the line. Alam mo, parang gano'n. Still a lot of things to consider and to grow up. Parang gano'n. Well, kung masusustain nila yung sinimulan namin, discipline, it will be, well, who knows, we can become a pillar of architecture in the Philippines. You love your job, love your family, and you will never go wrong.
Well, as in every organization, I would like the firm to remain strong and to remain relevant in the industry. No? And we can do this definitely by continuing whatever we are doing for these past 35 years. And I'm very grateful, of course, to my partners and my staff, because without them, we could not probably have gone this long. Magtatanong ka ba sa mga tungkol sa girlfriend namin nung araw?
Gusto niyo po ba?
Hindi. Sila. Ako okay lang eh.
Ang, sag-
Ronnie ako kinakabahan.
ang sagot naman ng pass. Next question, please.
Next, pass.
Uh,
What is a fun and memorable moment you've had with PRSP Architects? So, ibig sabihin po para sa kabuuan, hindi lang po kayong tatlo.
Okay. O, sino mag-umpisa?
Wala akong maalala eh.
actually, yung aming mga outings.
Yeah.
Sige po.
Yung mga outings natin, tsaka yung mga
Okay.
sports fest, Christmas party, na may naka-costume.
Nagko-costume
Maraming
ka pa?
nalalasing pagka
Nagko-costume ka pa, Pete?
Siyempre naman, nakaboots ako noon.
Akala ko naka-wig.
Pwede rin.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That
Ikaw?
was fun. Wala nga akong maalala eh.
Hindi naman kami
Hindi kami nagtataka.
Kaya nga, iniisip ko rin. Actually, tinanong na sa akin yung kanina, pero I don't know.
Ano sa akin naman, ang more than fun, no? Most memorable will always be the time we spend after office. More than the time we spend inside the office. Kasi the time we spend after office or outside of the office, it's the time we spend to connect with the people.
Yes,
Yun ang importante. So, that's the only time we show the people na mga tao din tayo, and di tayo yung mga boss na lagi nilang nakikita sa office. So, ewan ko si Ronnie.
Well, hindi ba ako nakikita? Dahil maitim ako.
Medyo.
Okay.